Christian, the defense is healthy, maybe as healthy as it's been all season. Do you feel like you guys are about to turn a corner? Do you think you need to turn a corner, or are you in the process? How do you view the defense right now?
I just think the biggest thing and the thing I'm most kind of proud of, or that we were trying to focus on and encouraging as a defense, is just getting better each day. Don't look at the big picture things like, oh, this or that. No, like just focus on the steady improvement each and every day, being your best every day, bringing it out there. We'll look up at the end of the year. Even to this point, I feel like we made improvements each week. Each day we've had that mindset, so we'll continue that mindset. And like I'm saying, at the end of the season, we'll look up and see where we're at.
Christian, what's the journey been like within this defense? Like, we don't see the complexities of learning the scheme and going through all the assignments. What has it been like throughout the season to get to where you are now?
Yeah, it's just that it's always been like a work in progress. Vic's a heck of a coordinator, heck of a defensive mind. And he asks a lot of his players. But he also is able to allow you to highlight your abilities within his defense and stuff like that too. So again, it's just everybody, a new defense for everybody. Only like 2 guys ever played in this game, so just that steady learning and improvement each day. That's kind of has been the biggest thing in just playing with one another, and just getting a feel for each other.
I guess just kind of following on that, I know you've probably been in a few schemes throughout your life. Do you remember like a click moment in each of the defenses you are where it clicks and like, okay, I get the feel of me playing versus the scheme they're asking me to do?
I got you. That kind of just comes with repetitions, really. I don't know if there's really like, per se, like an aha moment or like, oh yeah, I got this down, but it just comes with the reps and, you kind of, and then playing with guys around you too to kind of know where you can take shots or make plays or know this guy's going to be here. There's just little things like that. And it also comes from knowing what the offense likes to do and how they want to attack the defense too. So all that stuff comes with reps and time.
Is there a correlation between already having matched a career high in sacks and what you're being asked to do in this scheme and by these coaches?
That's probably just to a lot of different things, hopefully we can continue to improve and I can continue to improve it individually and, we'll just get better and better each and every day.
We had some time earlier with Jalen Phillips, and he was pretty transparent about some of the issues he had, struggles early in the season mentally,
Right.
Had doubts and all that. Were you aware that at the time as a team leader, do you go to a guy who you kind of see might be struggling a little bit? And,
sometimes you get a sense of, of kind of the pulse of the locker room or just even, guys come and say certain things to you. But, it's your job then to kind of like, just keep, everybody just keep working and eventually, and encourage them to do, maybe do more or, try to find different ways to figure out what it is you're being asked to do or like kind of get them out of a rut if that's ever a thing.
how do you feel like he's performing now?
I think, he's playing pretty good. Obviously he was banged up early and everything. But, he looks good to me, so.
I think a couple of years ago, you guys did not have a bye after the Europe game, right? And this time you guys went with the bye after the Europe game. What do you think about this path with the bye after the Europe game?
I guess we'll see, but I definitely feel like most guys appreciated it. Just definitely having that time to rest and reset, and especially this time of year, the bye kind of came at a good time. I think guys were happy to just reset, get away, kind of get their bodies back right, and for this back half stretch of the season.
What is the difference that you've seen from David Long from when he started the season to where he is now?
Yeah.
And is it just a matter of comfort?
Yeah, like that's kind of what I was saying earlier, just kind of, playing with guys, getting comfortable within the scheme and playing with guys around you and things like that. A lot of that, can attribute to, success and whatnot. And I think David's a heck of a player. I love, having him around, playing behind me and things like that. He's a different dude when those passes come on, real quiet off the field, but on the field, he brings it. So that's always fun to play with a guy like that.
It's interesting because, you have a different personality on the field than off the field, and he has a similar thing. Like your teammates say that he basically he becomes a different dude.
Yeah, I definitely, I can respect how he goes about it and, who he is on the field because I love that, just the energy he brings and, how he plays in his mindset. So, yeah.
Christian, Mike had this quote, I'm trying to find it here. work can be fun if you know you're not going to be judged for that fun. And we've heard a couple of your teammates talk about the environment he's created. I'm curious from your perspective, when Mike first got here, was there a moment where you kind of realized that this was going to be a different type of regime here? It was going to be a different environment?
Yeah, definitely. Just really even from day one, he always, just being himself and then encouraging guys to be themselves. And he wants to create a fun environment. I'm all for that. But also, don't get that confused with the amount of work and focus that has to, go into each and every day and preparing for a game and preparing to be great and preparing to be your best. So you could definitely find that balance, and it's good. I feel like guys come in with the right mindset, and we definitely created that environment here of just being able to have fun, but also grind like crazy, and try to get the results you want.
That first team meeting that he called last year, what would have been like March last year? I mean, was there a way that he maybe broke the ice? Did he tell a joke that kind of took you by surprise? Or
April 4th, but no, I don't know exactly like what per se what it was. If there was any moment like that, but just every day, just kind of him being himself, just being a personality, being quirky, awkward, and just, all that good stuff, and just being funny. He thinks he's a comedian. You guys know that. Just really just that, and you get a feel over time for him and his personality and the environment he tries to create.
You saying he can't do like a 5-minute set?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Christian, obviously every coach got a different style, right? Like, what value do you see in Mike's style? Like the fun, the loose, the awkward style?
Yeah. It's just that, like, just his style of just embracing, himself. Like, he embraces himself and encourages others to be themselves, and I like that. I can definitely appreciate that, because how can you, in some ways he feels like it's tough to ask a guy to be their best if they're not being themselves. So I definitely respect that and appreciate that.
Christian, I think you're a guy who stays where his feet are, but I'm wondering if you ever look at the standings, and if so, does that ever motivate you? Do you know what happened yesterday with Cincinnati lost, Jacksonville lost, Baltimore lost, the Chargers lost? Does that make a difference? Do you look and does that matter?
Yeah, I wasn't even really paying attention to that per se. I don't look at standings or anything like that. I watch a lot of ball. I'm a big fan of the game and what guys are doing around the league, but I definitely don't look at it like, oh, if this or that, or no, you just, kind of play the games. And, I like to see how other guys are doing around the league, especially other D linemen or whatever the heck. But yeah, not at all. I'm just, focused on this team and us improving every day and being our best every day. And, like I said earlier, we'll look up at the end and see where we are.
Do you know where you guys are in the division?
No.